Soul Theory in 5 parts. Part 1. Random complexity. To insist that there is cohesion in the universe is to insist upon the absurd. Order is merely evidence of awareness. Order is seen in the universe through the eyes of its inhabitants, not because there is order, but because there is nothing else. Reality insists upon something altogether divergent. The universe is by its nature arbitrary, and the fact that order seems to form in chaos is merely the proselytizing of the observer's analysis. What observers confuse as complexity is actually random disarray. The illusionary physics that hold any dimension together are equally random, and are most likely absent, at least in part, from the other formed dimensions of existence, which are endless. At the dawn of every universe, there are a set of laws that govern that dimension. Dimensional mapping occurs when these laws work in seeming consort. Yet, as star and planetary systems form, it is not gravity that maintains their stability. It is through random occurrence. Random occurrence allows for a beginning and an end, but even this is indiscriminate within the context of awareness. A universe can restart or meet completion at any time. Within the restarting of a universe, the dimensional law that governs may or may not be replaced by unknown principles. When any given dimension is gifted with observational awareness, the beings of this observation will strive to find the directives from which the universe is formed. This is the natural state of consciousness, but through greater scrutiny, all complexities are undermined by absolute chance. Absolute chance guarantees that any law possible must eventuate into existence. The failing of consciousness is a misunderstanding of what laws are possible. The possibilities of dimensional law are infinite. The created universe advances, but only so much as unpredictability allows.
Soul Theory in 5 parts. Part 2. The Physics of Dreaming. When any distance is halved from one point to another, there always remains space in between those two set points. If this procedure is reproduced over and again, it makes no difference how many times. A distance, no matter how minute, will always exist. As the tedious chore at lesser and lesser distances require more precise calculations, it becomes more likely an error will occur. But if the calculations never fail, the 2 points will never come in direct contact. This can also be stated of the dream world. No matter how close a dream gets to reality, it will never come in complete contact with it. It might also be stated that when the dream state touches reality, an error has occurred, and it must end. Yet, the random nature of reality assures only probabilities of consciousness. A dream can reach error state from innumerable means, but there are possibilities more likely than others. A dream is made up of images created from the broad spectrum of likelihood. Within dreamscape, images of light exist from without the id and ego prism. The mind's eye of the dreamer works in ensemble with all variable dimensional laws. A dream will resonate with unique frequency and amplitude. When the dream vibrates more than its random nature allows, the half-distance resonates to its breaking point and collapses. The full spectral analysis of a dream can never be completely understood within the waking world, because certain aspects of dream state have no equivalence. What is seen in the dream cannot always be translated. What is experienced is therefore mostly incomprehensible. These are the dynamics of a dream. The parabola of a dream is pre-existent within its initial birth. Its trajectory, and therefore destiny, are calculable. However, the random nature of dimensional law allows for all possible outside stimuli to intervene. If no outside stimulus occurs, its parabola will exist only as long as it can maintain itself. The dream's speed and velocity exist within a vector quantity. It will repeat itself with constantly repeating values, though growing more fragile as they expand outward. A dream state error has occurred when its repeated outward value is less than any possible outside force. Like all dimensional laws, dream state errors are ultimately random. A dream can just as easily restart itself as end at any time. Yet dreams need not necessarily end, given infinite possibilities. Soul Theory in 5 parts. Part 3, Universal Consciousness. The creation of a soul is both unlikely and certain, which is to say, within the vast expanse of possibility, all things are likely. Infinity and eternity guarantee that anything that can be will be. Yet, as with any dream, the introduction of consciousness is merely an anomaly. Within any universe as is understood through observation, most points remain completely cataleptic. The fact that consciousness arises in an observable universe is a circular fact within the far-reaching extensiveness of an expanding dimension. A living soul is of such rarity that it can hardly be said to exist at all. How these living souls come to be, however, is of the highest import. All conscious dimensional paradigms are the result of a single thought. From the first thought realized, all others are born. All points of thought are a direct result of all the thoughts that came before it. They are therefore intertwined and inseparable. It is improbable that beings of an observable universe are aware of this. It is even more doubtful that beings having been gifted this insight will believe it. Yet, this is universal consciousness. Universal consciousness constrains and settles all that exist within the same paradigm to cogitate in preordained comportments. Intellect and varying degrees of understanding are therefore a result of the same random nature that seemingly binds a dimension together. A personality makeup cannot be considered an individual process. All beings are a direct result of the flow of thought. The flow of thought should not be misunderstood as a form of semblance. Semblance is exacting by nature, and the universe is not. The flow of thought, though chaotic, is subject to the perpetuity of median cognition. In other words, for every preordained comportment of thought, an opposite thought will most assuredly exist. This can be expressed within the concepts of good and evil. But the analogy fails when the random nature of dimensional law is expressed. Therefore, good and evil are entirely conceptual and merely mark the demarcation of what is practicable within an observable universe. The postulation of individualism is an absurdity. All thoughts exist from the process of a single consciousness, and an average conscious state will occur where there is fear. There will also be love. Where there is violence, there will also be peace. Where there is shadow, there will most assuredly be light.
Soul Theory in 5 parts.
Part 4. The limitations of cogito ergo sum.
Self-realization is not the actualization of being.
Therefore, to think is not necessarily to be.
In the same way that a marionette is forced to mimic a living body,
Thinking beings may well be mimicking actual thought.
the creation of the living soul is subject to the universal consciousness that binds a dimension.
Without question to the manner a creature is gifted with this information,
Whether creatively or cosmically ascertained through the introduction of first thought,
he or she is unlikely to believe it.
most thinking marionettes prize self
above all other traits.
A thinking marionette will most always defend the postulation.
But this is actually central for certain dimensional realism to sustain itself.
If, indeed, the universe in question is actually a construction of the mind.
Understanding the arbitrary nature of possibility is essential when considering self.
The universe, as all thinking beings perceive, is in point of fact
an infinitesimally small part of all that which is.
Reality exists as a constantly shifting multiverse,
calling into question the solidity of nature itself.
The introduction of first thought to a universe may be when a dimension actually began.
Consequently, it is impossible to know that you exist in actual space-time,
because perception is unquantifiable. The introduction of first thought presupposes precise uncertainty.
The unlikelihood of anything existing exactly as it does.
The improbability of self-cognizance.
And the paradigmatic quality of chaos assures
that nothing can be truly known. As the multiverse of possibility eternally expands,
it becomes more and more likely that reality is perception.
And the introduction of first thought was granted by a single entity.
This is to say, you dream within the dream of God.
As characters in a dream,
thinking marionettes
will remain completely oblivious to the stark construction of their dimension.
As easily as any universal dimension
can continually expand
or unfold upon itself at any moment,
a dream can
and is likely to
deconstruct and reconstruct itself.
It is impossible to know when existence begins,
but rather, it is only possible to know
when it is ending.
The complexity of dream state ensures
that all thinking marionettes
will believe they actually exist outside the thoughts of whatever God dreamed them into existence.
Soul Theory in 5 parts. Part 5. The nature of ambiguity. If any given dimension is the result of a single entity, there is actually only one being privy to genuine thought. Everything that being has experienced has culminated in the construction of all that can be perceived by its inhabitants. The natural state of the dreamer is to elicit realism to his creation. As the dream expands, the dreamer will be constantly repairing breaks in its flow of thought. The longer a dream continues, the more unlikely its continuation becomes. The dream will only be able to repeat its outwardly expanding value as many times as the dreamer's actual state of random awareness will allow. Also, if outside stimuli from her actual dimension exerts enough pressure, a dream state error will occur. When he is woken, all creations of thought will cease to exist. Within any dream dimension, the dreamer will be unrecognizable from its other inhabitants. The dreamer is just as likely to be a historical figure as she is to be reborn as a common shopkeeper. The dreamer is just as likely to be old as young. He is just as likely to be murdered as she is to be a murderer. However, the unexpected death of a dreamer can be startling and cause resonance sufficient to collapse the dream. It is the desire of the dreamer to continue dreaming. At the moment he dreams, all faculties of thought are recruited. The complexities of the dream state dimension ensures that the dreamer will not even be aware of the dream. If the dreamer becomes aware, breaks in the flow of the dream state, universal consciousness can occur. It is at these times that many thinking marionettes will question their existence. Most, however, will settle back again into what they understand as reality. When a thinking marionette becomes unable to reassociate itself with the dream dimension, the result can be unsettling to the dreamer. The dreamer will likely react to this dissidence with the elimination of that character. Most instances of character elimination are relatively inconsequential, and the dream will continue normally. But occasionally, the temerity of doubt can be of such magnitude that all inhabitants will recognize the significance of its death. Death, however, is not cruel for the thinking marionette. It is but the final phase of non-existence and should be thought of thusly. The dreamer eliminates only certain pieces of the dream state dimension individually. Therefore, it is always done with discretion and concern. Only after the complexity of dreaming is understood can one realize that death provides a very personal ending to an otherwise impersonal event, which is, of course, the character's very existence. It is impossible to know if the universe is a dream or reality, if you are the dreamer or you are the dreamed. But there is solace in ambiguity. Within the fathomless depths of countless cosmic seas, a certain universe is born. It is by its nature random and controlled only by chance. The way this universe will evolve cannot be predicted, but it does evolve in one certain way. Even if it has collapsed upon itself a billion times, there is nothing ordered about it. It will never be repeated. The odds of its very existence at all were absurd.